Happening, people? How are you doing? Um, okay, welcome to Soapbox Sundays. Just a quick rundown, a little bit of news, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, if you know what I'm saying. Um, Here's the thing. So the dude dies in the guy died in Republican. The Republican dude. Okay, good. I'm stumbling because I need to find this real quick because I'm a moron, apparently. Not apparently, I always was. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Mike Reese, 42 years old, dies of a brain aneurysm, right? But I was looking at the whole thing because, whatever, that shit happens. But the timing's impeccable. Just insane. The timing is insane when this happened, how it happened, everything else. And out of nowhere, the guy gets a brain. I get it. It happens. I could have one right now. I get that. No, I get that. It can happen. But what I'm trying to say is, hey, Grunt, how you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. By the way, I don't know if I talked about it last time, but a lot of there's several places in the country, in the world, that don't celebrate New Year's as the New Year, and the older religions don't recognize our New Year as a real New Year, and it isn't. It's a bullshit New Year. Like, people don't get that. See, people are tripping out like, oh, they're tearing down statues, which pisses me off. I got to tell you, I don't like them tearing down statues. But people are tripping out. They're tearing down statues. They've always been tearing down statues. See, while you're enjoying it right now, somebody's going to, in years from now, find a reason to tear down the Martin Luther King Jr. statues and other things like that. And it'll make no sense then either. But it will to those psychos. So people who destroy history, if you want to asterisk history, that's fine. If you want to put some like it was like, hey, this was a lie. Like Babe Ruth, hey, he was on cocaine. Mark McGuire, hey, he was on steroids, but he still did all this stuff. This all just actually happened. And then that's cool. Whatever, you rock and roll. Brittany, thank you for sharing the video. Guys, anytime you share my video, I so appreciate it because it does help me get out there. I'm completely shadow banned across all media, even TikTok. TikTok, I'll post something. It'll get 800-900 views in about 3-4 minutes. And then no more. Just done. I get it. Oh, nobody liked it. Okay. 900 people liked it and then no more. All of a sudden, just that doesn't make sense. If it was 900 and then it went to like 1,000 slowly and then maybe 1,200, maybe eventually got to like 1,500, 1,600 and fizzled off because it disappeared. Totally. But it hits a number, boom, 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 boom. And then nothing more. They flag it. They block it. I'm completely banned across so much media. So if you don't share me, nobody sees it. I appreciate it. Okay, let me get to what I want to talk about. By the way, I didn't go with a green screen today. You can see it folded up. I just wanted, this is my real life, and I wanted to share that because some of what I'm talking about today, and it makes people mad, I guess, when I say things like this. But I'm going to tell you this. This is reality for so many of us. I've had so many women tell me, oh, like I have a huge dick, right? But I don't have a huge dick. I have a good sized, enjoyable, bigger than average dick. That's been anywhere between like almost 9 to a wussy 7.5. It just depends on the girl and the mood. But I'm saying, I've had women tell me, oh my God, you're the best. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know you have told the last guy the same thing and the last guy the same thing. I get it. See, I don't bullshit people. Even my ex-wife, my recent ex-wife, who I was just talking to, which I'm enjoying. Brittany, congratulations, love. You are just mom. You are the hottest mom ever. Just so you know that. Just so you know. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I know you're so much younger than me. I mean it in a just as a human being, like, holy shit, it's so beautiful seeing you with your baby. Anyhow, I don't want to get too, I digress. My point is this. I know who I am. I know I know I'm kind of like, and all over the place. And I have a very white, trashy, angry look to my face and everything. I don't think I'm Brad Pitt. I don't think I'm hot. I think like, okay, a few steps over, some changes, some makeup, and if I was born a little bit better looking, yeah, maybe. But I'm not, and I'm okay with it. And I love who I am, and I feel like I'm good looking and things like that. And I'm okay with who I am. But when women tell me, like, if I'm with someone and they tell me, "Oh, you're the best looking," no, I'm not, bitch. The last guy was the best looking guy. The last guy, and it's not. It's like I told my ex, look, no, like I've been honest with most women. Probably the best sexual women I've ever been with in my life, and the reason I remember their names was a girl named Ada Johnson and a girl named she was Dominican. What was her name? God, Izzy, I called her. Her name was Esmeralda. This bitch sued me in a labor court for wages. I was never her boss. She was so good looking that the Latin dude judge gave her. There was no business. There was nothing to connect me to a business. There was no business. I owned nothing. I had no part in it. I was just a caterer in it. And she got a labor dispute against me. And it was so funny. And I just had to laugh because, like, what am I going to do? Get mad? Why? She was so good looking. This dude just went, okay, yeah, she's right and you're wrong. And he literally basically did that. And it wasn't even a racial thing as much as how good looking traffic. Anyway, the point being is simply this. They were the best in bed. I never lied to any other woman. I never said they were. The one woman I loved having sex with more than anybody else I've ever had sex with was my recent ex-wife. And it was just because it's the only person I ever connected to on a higher, deeper level than just sexual. It was an animal soulmate attraction for a long time. I would never have divorced. I would have never have dumped her, kicked her out, whatever, if things didn't get so crazy on her end and it wasn't her fault. Like doctors got her addicted to shit and things like that. So it wasn't even on her, and she was young. And again, I was 18 years older than her, and I look back now and I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes in the sense of just being a dick, not understanding the age difference. Anyhow, the simple point is it's about knowing who you are and being who you are. And thank you, Cassie. Happy New Year's to you. Let's throw that up there. That's true. Now, so that said, so I'm saying this, right? Okay, where am I? Okay. So I'm saying this to everyone, right? You're fat, you're short, your dick is little, your tits aren't special. But if anyone corrects you, though, if anyone tells you this, if you're acting hot, sexy, like, hey, you want some of this? And I turn to you and I go, I'm so sorry, sweetie. You're unattractive to me. I find you, please, like, back up. I don't find you attractive. I don't want you touching me. You're way too big for me to find. What? Fuck you. You hate fat people? No, I love fat people. I love thin people. I love people I love, but I'm not attracted. Now, I will tell you this. I'm going to say I'm not attracted to heavy women, and that's not true. Because beauty is way beyond size, looks, and all that. Not on the surface, though. So there are big women I'm attracted to. Now, I could say Queen Latifah, but she's an unattainable celebrity, but I think she's one of the sexiest women alive. I agree with nothing she says. I totally still think she's one of the sexiest women alive. Queen Latifah. I had slept with a girl named June when I was dating this girl named Anna, and they were all friends. And she was in Pasadena or someplace like that. Some Asian girl who had fake green eyes and was huge, but she was super dark, Asian girl. And there was just something so sexy about how big she was and how her skin was just perfect. Like all over, it was perfect. It was just, she was huge. She wasn't thick. She was fat. And probably the only fat woman I'd ever had sex with, but she was huge fat, but like not huge, but for me, she was way heavy and super sexy. She was the worst in bed, but her whole look and everything from like head to toe, her hands were beautiful, her feet were beautiful, her face was beautiful. She was just huge. There's women like that. That's sexy. That's cool, whatever. But you're still fat. Like, you're not thick. You're not thick where your bones are thick. That's hot. That girl that I was talking about, she was thick. I'm not even attracted to that, but she was just beyond beautiful. But she was thick. There is thick. Thick means very little fat. You're just thick. Fat is a completely different thing, and it's okay because fat isn't atrocious or horrible. Being short. My son sweats every day worried about not being 6 feet tall or something like that. He's like 5'10" now. So he's at a point where he can calm down a bit, but he freaks out about it all the time. I'm not 5'10". I'm going to be short. So what? And if you are short, if I told him before he was like even like 5'6", I go, if you only get to be like 5'6", 5'7", so fucking what? If you're 5 feet, so what? It's not about how tall you are. It's who you are. Don't ever be the guy who's upset he's short. Don't ever be the guy who tries to act like he's taller. like he's lighter or darker, or skin or eyes are a different color, or age is a different color, pretends he has hair, like all these stupid things that people let us get away with. Do you know Trump? Who I like Trump, but he wouldn't wear his hair like that if someone just told him fucking that, although he might just do it to be ridiculous. At the same time, what I'm saying is, what happened when we used to be able to just tell each other shit and oh well. And you know what? If I told you, hey, nah, I'm not into big women, I don't like fat women. Oh my God, kill him. He called me fat. He said he didn't like fat women. Yeah, I get to like who I like, and I get to not like who I don't like. There's people who don't like skinny women. I like skinny women. I'm not looking to be with a woman with the perfect waist and the big boobs and all that. That was that one girl, but it wasn't. I like the dorky ass, oddly nosed, crooked ass teeth, skinny woman. I like darker women, but I don't care. I also like pale ass rabbit red foot white, like them bitches with them pink rabbit toes and shit. I like that too. And I also like super fucking like Nairobi dark, you know, like I like women midnight dark and super white. Like if I had two women of my choice, one on each arm, I would literally. It would just, yeah, although I had nothing to go with on that, so I shouldn't even start it. The point I'm trying to make is this. My ideals are the two spectrums. I'm really turned on by the darkest and the most pale, the ebony and the most ivory. I don't know. I'm sure everyone is. I'm sure I'm not special or different, but those are that and all the way in between, and it doesn't matter, and I don't care. But if you're fat, you're fat. And here's the other thing that pisses me off. I am so mad that like people... Here's why people are idiots. And I did a TikTok about this, but I said I hate people who pretend like blonde-haired kids with Down syndrome don't fucking look like Barney Rubble. Most Down syndrome kids look like Barney Rubble, but when you got a blonde hair, my ex-brother-in-law, who was fantastic, I loved him to death, he loved me. You know, he was in my wedding, he was, you know, all this shit had him at the bachelor party. Fantastic, mentally retarded with Down syndrome, about same age as me. But he had blonde hair and blue eyes. He fucking looked like Barney Rubble, 100%. But everyone goes, oh, you can't say that. Yeah, why can't I say that? That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. That's what I'm saying. There was a time they used to say, like, all Asian people either had the mo or the no. You either had the curly or the mo. You had no hair or you had the mo. And it was funny. And not all Asian people ever had just that. But over here, wherever they were getting a haircut when they were coming here, they were all getting the same type of haircut. And that was funny in the movies mostly because none of us really know what was really going on. But what we were shown in the movies, they all had the one haircut. So it's not horrible to say it. These things aren't horrible to say. It's not bad to call somebody who lost their right arm or their left arm lefty, or lost their right arm lefty. Either way, you know, I grew up at a time when someone had one arm, they were called the opposite arm. Someone had one leg, they were called limpy. Now it's like, you can't call them that. Oh, should we just ignore him then and treat him like shit? Maybe comfort him, her. Treat them like babies and never let them grow and get better. That's bullshit, man. See, I knew a kid named Robbie Donaldson who was picked on. I stuck up for him. Other people stuck up for him. I wasn't the only one, but we stuck up for him. If you don't stick, if you can fight and stuff, and if your kid can fight and they're a bully, you're a piece of shit. If your kid can fight and they stick up for other people, that's all right. And that's why I stuck up for people who got bullied. I didn't dig that shit. I wasn't a fucking hero. I wasn't running. Was I a hero? Yeah, I was. No. Okay. So anyway, the simple point I'm making is PC has gone way too far. We've gotten so out of hand with PC that we can't say anything. If a girl walks up and goes, yeah, my tits, and I go, they're ugly, bitch. Oh, fuck you. And if I don't appreciate them, I'm an asshole. If I appreciate them, if I go, nice tits, she goes, they're not for you. Fuck you. A fuck you. And that's what I'm saying to everybody, except I'm going to say this, and I stand very strong on this. If you're going to call other people racial shit from their race, like if you're going to use other people's racial words, like I'm basically talking about the dude who got smashed in the face in the liquor store, the white guy that no white people ever have liked, ever, just so you know, like, just so you understand. What's up? Yeah, exactly. Stumpy was great. See, Grunt, if you're actually from Australia and stuff like that, you understand, man. Still over there, you can get called shit by what you look like, by this and that. You know, we always had Black Mike, Nerd Mike, Jew Mike. There was every different Mike, one-legged Mike, gay Mike, gangster Mike, smelly Mike. You know, I mean, I'm saying like all my friends had a different nickname. There was Bird Nose John. There was Fat John. You can't do that stuff these days. Somebody will complain to the principal. Raise your fucking kids to be a little tougher. I mean, my God, seriously?
are they? I think they're talking about us.
We are. We're talking about you. That movie was part of the change. That movie. And what happened was a lot of people who didn't want to not get laid pretended they were nerds. So they all moved over. Then anyway, it goes on. Here's a simple point. Again, a lot of you aren't even nerds. You're just assholes. No one liked you in school. That's why you were a loner. Setting fire to the school doesn't make you a nerd. Stealing stuff doesn't make you a nerd. Punching other kids that's not a nerd. You were just a dick. No one liked you. And so the point I'm trying to make is I'm not talking about participation trophies, but in a sense, yeah, let's go back to just speaking. Let's go back to being friends and all this stuff. But you know what? I think we can mostly all agree that we can end the debate on racial words and just say, stop it. Like if it's your race and you want to use it, then fine. Nobody who's going to tell you. Who has the right to tell you what to say about your own self? But it sounds stupid. All of us. Me and my friends used to do it all the time with the kike and everything. We would joke about it all the time. But that's what I said. People were talking about how many times can you say the racial word to someone before they hit you? And they were talking about the N-word and this and that. And I said, for me, for kike, it's one time. You call me at one time, I'm going to fuck you up because you want to fight. You want the fight or you wouldn't call me that. And so I think for every word, it should be one time. Just don't say it. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying is I don't care. Like, I'm not going to get involved in whether Jewish people say it about themselves or black people say that about themselves or Latin people say that about themselves. I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm going to get involved in why do white people want to say it? Just fuck all that. You know what? If you want to get mad if they use cracker or peckerwood or any of that stuff, fine. But why do you want to fight to say that word? Why do you care? Just let it go. Stop saying it. It'll just make the world better if all white people just choose to not say that. Hell, go. You know what? You do roll up your windows, get tinted windows, and sing the songs all day where no one can see you. Go in your bathroom and during your shower, like I'm bumping 50 all day. I'll play rap music in my shower and stuff. And I don't pause during the song when they say it. But I don't walk outside and say it. I don't say it. Well, for me, I don't play that a lot. I got to be honest. The only times I ever really listen to that is when it's like days like this where it's just me in the house. I have kids that are all mixed, but my youngest daughter is black and Jewish. So I've never had that shit around her, this and that, as far as the word, the word and things like that. So I avoid that. But when she's not here, I play it in the shower, I play it in the house, and I sing all the words. So go do that. But you don't need to say it out loud, and you don't need to fight to say it, and you don't need to say it to anybody else, or especially other people. And it's just like, stop it. Stop it. I mean, we were talking about that. Yeah, it's the coolest fucking, the way people say it in videos and stuff. It's the coolest thing in the world when black people say it to each other. They made it so fun that everyone wants to be a part of it. Now, you blew it, especially white people. Hey, you know what? Be mad at your mom and dad. Be mad at your grandma and grandpa. They fucked it up. They made it so you're the only people who can't say it. And that's called comeuppance. The comeuppance is you don't ever get to say the word that you made so horrible. That's how it works. And if you do want to say it, you either got to be that nuts, that badass, or willing to get your ass kicked. And I don't know. I'd rather just move on in life. I have no desire to need to say that. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my ex, though, and I did say one thing because I thought this the other day. Am I the only person, like in my age group, that really misses when a lot of black people smelled like popcorn? Like movie theater popcorn. And I know people are like, fuck you. No. See, that's what I mean. You can't say stuff like that. Yeah, I just said it. I just fucking said it. They used to smell like movie theater popcorn. Not in a negative way. It was the best thing in the world. We'd go to the bank. We'd go here. We'd go there. There'd be the black people with the jerry curl or the women with the curl and stuff like this. And they would smell like movie theater popcorn. And it was the nicest, most wonderful smell ever. I loved movie theater popcorn. The only thing it ever made me think, and that's what I mean, like a black person would come around, and I don't know what anyone else thought. Probably the same thing I thought. I'll tell you the honest truth, which was, oh my God, God damn it, I need to go see a movie. And oh, it smells so good. And I think it was cocoa butter, shea butter, different butters and stuff, and I know them all now because I've been using them forever. So I get that. But the way they had them back then is they had this super movie theater popcorn smell. and it was delicious. And I don't mean it as a negative, but if you tell people that, it's like, oh, and my ex-wife died laughing. She was like, I go, because I think it's too much. She goes, no, you just fucking do you. She goes, you know, it's stupid. And that's the thing is, and I've always been like that. I've always done me. And then for years, I've let idiots, morons, try to tone me down and tell me, and these people are undercase racist, they're undercase homophobic, they're undercase this, they're liars, they cheat on their wives, they rape people apparently, and all kinds of shit. But they're telling me to tone my words down. Well, I didn't rape anyone, and I didn't cheat on my wives, and I didn't do all this stuff. And when we were on the road, I was faithful to my wife in every case except for the one time I was raped, and I've been very open about that. I was raped in Las Vegas. I leave the person's name out of it because I'm that nice. But I was raped in Las Vegas. That's a fact. Do I care? No, I literally don't. I was drunk as fuck. I was passed out. The girl was super hot. So I didn't care. I was making out with her earlier. I told my wife about that. Like I told her on the phone, hey, I was making out with a girl. I told my wife what happened, my ex-wife, what happened right when I got back. I go, I wasn't even sure until later that it all came out. And I realized what the fuck. And I totally knew 100% what had happened. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, but I told my wife right when I got back, I go, I think some shit happened, and I wasn't trying to cover up because I would have just told her, she wouldn't have cared. We were fairly open, like in that way. And so, you know, it was, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, the point I'm making is horrible people are telling me to tone it down. Rotten husbands, rotten fathers, rotten people, rotten men, rotten women are telling me to tone it down all the time. And that was the thing is, and I listened and I watched, and I fuck all of them. That's what I'm saying. So the point I'm trying to make is, God damn it, I miss fucking the smell of movie theater popcorn. That's all I'm saying. And I loved when black people were around back then because that's what it brought. And I never thought anything negative. And that's what I'm saying. But you can't say shit anymore. You can't say anything. You can't even joke around, you know, saying that little, like the skinny retarded kids with brown hair look like Jerry Lewis, you know, in action. Yo, that's horrible. You can't say any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to joke around with people that were deaf that I worked with because I worked with autistic adults, never those clients, staff members that were deaf. And we would joke around and they're like we'd all be joking and stuff like that. And I wasn't the only motherfucker who ever did this, trust me. But I would turn to him and I'd go, hey, real quick. Hey, Eric, Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. And I would turn to him and I'd go, hey, real quick, let me, I just wanted to know if you wanted to, and they go, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I go, did you just ask for a vacuum? Fuck you. And we'd all, and like, they'd laugh, I'd laugh. It wasn't like me and my friend. It was me and a bunch of deaf people. And I learned sign language. And I joke with them and I talk with them. And so for those of you who aren't okay with it, you can fuck off. And the fact is, I was working with autistic adults at J. Nolan and I was helping them and this and that. Insanity. And so that's the thing, but you can't joke, you can't do anything, you can't do this, you can't do that, nothing's funny, you know, and it's all such a horrible ordeal. Everything's so cancel. And that's all I'm saying. It's just let it go. Let's get back to some condomless fucking. Let's do that. Let's go back. I'm gonna bring it up. Cobra Kai, guys, you gotta watch this. If you haven't hipped yourself to fucking Cobra Kai, you are missing out. You are missing out like a motherfucker. Cobra Kai is one of the baddest ass fucking series to come out in so long. For anybody who grew up in the 80s or like the 80s, the greatest time ever was the 80s. And everything you guys have now, we pretty much kind of had. And everything they had back in the Huckleberry Finn days, we pretty much had. And yet nobody was really hating each other. Well, hell yeah, Eric. Nobody invited me on stage, so I don't know. But good for you. Hooray for you. Nobody told me about shit. No one books me. I got booked at the I didn't get booked. I was gonna do the improv for Mike and then canceled. But I'm not canceled. I'm not totally banned. But all of a sudden, just boom, out of nowhere, I'm not a good fit. Cunts. Anyway, but this is what I'm saying is so, but yeah, I'm glad. Good for you. I don't care. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't care, bro. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Nobody thinks of me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. But good for you. Happy New Year. Happy blah blah blah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to who I care about, me. The point I'm trying to make is this. Simply that yeah, people tried to tone me down or tell me I'm too much, or they'd get mad if I'd say just like what I said. Yeah, I don't care. But I don't. I'm gonna rock and roll my world. I'm gonna try and be successful. You know, I mean, like I said, people are like, oh, is this Burger's license? Let me throw that. And I'm standing next to him. They could have handed it to me. Oh, hey, does Burger need $20? Oh, well, I'm just gonna burn this 20 instead, you know, and that's all right. I don't care. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, my point is this. Simply stop being PC. Stop giving a fuck what anyone thinks about you unless they're putting money in your pocket. Unless they're taking care of you like you matter. Unless they're don't give a fuck what this world thinks. Say what you want. If someone's got a little dick, tell them. Fuck them. They got a little dick. If someone's short and they act like they tell you they're 5'10", but they're not. Tell them you're not. And if someone's fat, they're not thick, and they're not big boned, and they're not looking good, and they're not this and that, and they're not sexy, and they're not good looking. It's horrible. It's atrocious to a lot of people. So stop it. Nobody cares. Fuck all of you and your feelings. Fuck all your feelings. Everybody's feelings. Fuck them. Mine too. Fuck them all. Speak your mind. Just don't be a racist piece of shit. Don't abuse children. Don't hit each other, men and women. Yeah, it's not don't hit women. Don't hit men. Don't hit women. Don't hit anyone. Just stop doing that shit. But live your life and speak your mind and care about you and be happy for you. And if somebody gets mad that you're doing your shit and you're trying to get ahead and this and that, cool, whatever. And if somebody's like not a help in your life, clean it. Clean your life. Like Trump said, clean your swamps, man. He meant the whole world, the whole swamp. Anyway, listen, guys, have a good one. Talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Oh, if I hurt anyone's feelings, again, fuck your feelings. Like big time. Fuck everyone's feelings. Don't care. Starting over. You want to be my friend? Be helpful in my life. Consider me. Think of me. Don't tell me how afterwards you didn't. Don't tell me about this or that. You want to be my friend? Think of me. You want to be my friend? Include me. Consider me. Help me. Not the way you think is help, the way I ask for help. Anyway, guys, be safe, be well, and remember, it's gonna happen, whether you like it or not.